All right, welcome in. Bud Light Game Night. We're live at Top Golf downtown. This is EG, number 13, Emily Grace McWhorter. That is Taylor Korn.
Let's just all go initials.
TK. That is JD, Jimmy Dunaway. And LT is on video from the wedding reception. What is up, LT? How are you?
Hey, fellas. So how is Top Golf tonight? Are y'all actually going to swing the club at all?
Maybe so. We got two bays over there with our Bud Light friends.
Maybe. I haven't done that yet. I haven't walked out to the actual golf part. It's been
I know.
Just the bar area for me so far, LT. It's been a long day.
Lincoln was trying to hit a few.
Yeah.
He's what?
I said he was trying to hit a few. He walked up there. It was not the Bud Light people. It was random. When he said, "I try," I was like, "Wait, Lincoln." I was like, "You are a little too small, and please step away from the platform."
Lincoln has doubled in size since last football season on Bud Light Game Night. He'll be driving soon.
Dude, Lincoln will be working with us soon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Number
absolutely.
14.
Number
14.
Yep. So how was the wedding? Everything good?
Yeah. It was so I was asking Maddie, I was like, so what's the deal? It's indoors, right? Because it's 1,000 degrees in Pensacola. And she's like, oh, yeah, it's indoors. And we get here, it's outdoors. And right before the wedding, it starts raining.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
Humid.
Yeah.
So they push the ceremony back and back and back. And the problem is they've got this open bar. And so I go up there and I'm get a cocktail. And they're like, you can't have any cocktails until the ceremony is done. And I'm like, well, they keep pushing it back. But anyway, yeah, it was a beautiful ceremony. Pretty awesome. But this first reception I've ever been to where somebody is actually carding people. But
yeah. Did you get carded?
No, I did not.
Important question.
Thanks to our friends at Dr. B. Yes, you did.
Dunaway, give them a rundown here what Bud Light's got going at Bud Light Game Night tonight. Jimmy D.
I'm so excited.
Jim's going to open his phone. While he does that, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, we appreciate the thumbs up. Elsewhere, just like us on Twitter or Facebook or wherever you are, and please share us. If you share this broadcast, get more in the chat room there. We're going to do lanceslight.com, talk about all the games. EG's going to give her opinions, little T, hers. Me and Jim will all jump in, but Bud Light's got us out here tonight.
Yeah, we're counting down to the Lions and the Chiefs in the start. But if you come here tonight, but then every Bud Light Game Night all the way up until November 11th, we'll have a QR code out here that you scan the QR code, and then you've got a chance that registers you for
Half
a
a beer
chance.
in.
Half a beer in. It registers you for a pair of Iron Bowl tickets this year. So we're excited about that. But you've got to be present to get the QR code, and that jumps you into the drawing for that on November 11th. We'll give away a pair of tickets, and you'll be in Jordan-Hare Stadium watching Alabama and Auburn battle it out. So that'll be fantastic. If you come here on Thursday nights, Bud Light Game Night, this QR code right here, you scan that, and you go into a regional drawing with our friends at Bud Light to get Sunday ticket for the rest of the year. And they give away a few of these every week.
It's very valuable.
And all the way up until October the 16th, they'll be giving away some Sunday tickets on our Thursday night game night. Later this year, a couple of us, at least one of us, we told them, at least one of us, LT, maybe you, will be at the ESPN Bowl Oktoberfest. And we'll be up there. That's October 3rd. So get ready for that coming up.
Is that a Saturday?
I don't know when it is.
I'll look it up.
Right around
October
the corner.
3rd.
Do you know EG?
I do not know off the top of my head.
All right.
I don't think it's a Saturday. I talked.
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday, Lance. October
Tuesday
3rd.
night.
Yeah.
And I said that you guys could make it with me. We'd all be there.
Oh, yeah, we'll be there.
I told them we'd all be there too, but I didn't want to paint us into a corner. So I said at least 2 of 3 would be there. But I think we'll all be there. On November 11th, which is a Saturday, but we will be helping with the Lakeview Turntable Series, all-day music tailgate edition with our friends at Adams Beverage and Bud Light. And on that day, we'll be giving away another pair of Iron Bowl.
No, wait a minute. So we're filling up Jordan-Hare Stadium, basically, is what we're doing.
That's right.
Yeah.
So Alabama fans, this is your chance to get into Jordan-Hare Stadium.
That's right.
Yeah, to cheer on the Tide.
Oh, little T talking smack already.
So all that's happening thanks to our great friends at Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, and our friends at Adams Beverage. They do the Bud Light game night all season long. So we're excited about that. But the QR code for this, and LT, we found out tonight, I don't know if you knew this, but Brown and I found out tonight that every other Monday we'll be at Beef O'Brady's in Hoover on Monday night with our friends at Bud Light and Adams Beverage. So next Monday night, we're going to be at Bud Light.
Welcome in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schedule.
I found out today, and I figured that you guys would find out tonight. So
Yeah, we did. Absolutely. Yeah. So we're excited about that. Bevo Brady's at Hoover.
This is almost like when I was a kid. I'm sure they don't have it now for you guys, but when I was a kid, you could pull stories and you'd read the stories, and then you get to a certain part of the book, and then you would choose
your own adventure.
Yeah,
I love those.
Choose
Yeah.
your own adventure.
Yeah.
So our Bud Light game night is now choose your own adventure into Monday night every other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
All right, there you go. All right, so Dunaway giving you a ton of what's going on there. We'll update you on that again. EG, how you doing? You good?
I'm good. I mean, like 15 minutes ago, I didn't know I'd be sitting here.
That's all right. Yeah,
But
that's the way we roll on this
listen,
show.
First week on the job,
It's
it's been awesome, but you really don't know what's going to happen next.
You don't.
And that's okay. You just kind of got to adapt to it.
LT,
Beauty of it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just said it's the beauty of it.
That's right.
LT, you'll notice this very quickly. EG is a professional television broadcaster, so she's learning the casualness of what we do.
Yeah.
LT's trying to beat it out of me. You know, I
No,
get upset
I-
about a lot of things. He's trying to beat it out
I
of
got
me.
I got a text from our buddy Cody that listens to the show, and he's like, EG did such a great job with trash today.
Thank
She
you
did.
so much.
She
Yeah,
did,
you got
but
to make a shout out there.
But
Thank you.
watch her occasionally. It's a habit that us TV people have, that when someone else is talking, if they're talking long enough, she will occasionally do the head bob.
The camera bob.
the
Yeah.
camera
yeah.
bob.
Sit there and nod. She'll start nodding a
Yep.
little bit.
Yeah. And then when we go off, she's going to do the happy talk. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's see. Lance, they're asking Matthew. I know you've got this game up at lanceslight.com. So if I step on your toes, you let me know. Matthew asked, any lean over the total tonight? Do you have any lean on the total? If that's one of your plays, tell me at lanceslight.com.
It's not. I think I would lean the under. I mean, a couple of factors here. I think this Detroit offense is really good. Their defense was garbage last year, but everybody's hyping them up. And again, I want to see Jared Goff be able to play at the level he played final 8 games, 2 seasons in a row. I can't wait to see how they use Jahmyr Gibbs. But without Travis Kelce on the field, I think Kansas City's going to be a little more conservative. But I think this plays under the total if I was going to play it. I hate playing the unders. So I stayed away from the total. Do have a side play, but I would lean under.
I think real quick, I think this is the second biggest total of the weekend. I think Miami and the Chargers is the biggest total of the weekend. That's what they anticipate being the high scoring game. And I think this is the second biggest of week 1.
Let me, LT, ask you this question. We'll make it like a Super Bowl. Over 1.5 sacks, over under 1.5 sacks tonight for Aiden Hutchinson. Where would you go with that?
So he led Detroit last year with 9.5 sacks as a rookie. He's going to be better.
But 1.5 is a big number. What about a half?
I would go over a half.
Would you go over 1.5?
No, I don't think I would.
Back to that.
Yeah, well,
You know, the thing you got to remember is Mahomes helps his offensive line out because he is so elusive. And he's just such an intelligent quarterback. I mean, he doesn't take sacks.
Daniel Jeremiah on DJ Football, and then Dan Orlovsky today, who was on with us, pointed out that Travis Kelce leads the league in bailout third down passes from the quarterback. Basically, quarterback under pressure, who the ball gets thrown to the most, it is Travis Kelce. So without Kelce out there tonight, you just wonder if he ends up eating the football a little bit more than he does traditionally.
Well, you guys remember Blake Bell from Oklahoma, the quarterback. Remember the Belldozer?
I do remember the Belldozer.
Belldozer.
Yeah.
Hey, that's going to be your tight end tonight.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if Kelsey's 100% out, which he is, that's going to be the guy, huh?
That's going to be the guy. And I don't see the Belldozer doing what Kelsey's able to do.
Yep,
I think Kadarius Toney will have a big night tonight. I know
Is he on?
EG is pulling for Sky Moore to have a big night.
Yes.
Gotta?
Gotta.
Yeah.
Go Eagles. I'm going to wear my Georgia Southern jersey tomorrow just in preparation.
Oh, yeah. You got a Georgia Southern jersey? Custom? It's got McWhorter on the back?
MEG.
Oh, MEG.
I know.
She went
cool.
prime time.
Yeah.
She went with her Twitter handle, not her last name.
Yeah, those practice jerseys.
Yeah, little T doesn't like him. She's a traditionalist. She wants you to have your name on your jersey.
Well, I'm just like imagine Nick Saban being like, all right, boys, everyone get your note card out and write down your Twitter handle. So you can put, like,
no, I agree.
I'm sorry.
Now let me defend it a little bit.
No, you can do it.
Well, yeah,
you can do it. You can do it. But Colorado, burn them.
Did you just go? You can do it. Your group of 5. We're the SEC.
No, I'm saying you as a her as a person.
I'm not a college football player, despite popular belief.
That's right.
I'm not on the field. But MEG was my nickname before Twitter, so I just.
Oh no!
Hey,
hey! I have no hate towards you.
Thank you, Taylor.
But I don't think that
no, I agree.
The college team. I don't know. That just seems a little priorities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are going to keep being this nice to each other. We're not going to get any clicks.
No,
I've got to start fighting.
Hey! After my afternoon today, I was about to fight someone. Lance.
Yeah.
We had a debrief this afternoon. I just about lost it.
Yeah, Little T was as animated as I've ever seen.
I got a couple of texts from Little T, so I can only imagine what all was going on. So
yeah, she was Little T was hot.
I learned real quick not to make Taylor mad, but I also felt really honored that I got to partake in the debrief.
Yeah, it was something, man. It was. I wish we'd video. Did anybody was Lunsford videoing? Sometimes he like sneaky videos.
That's what I said. It would be Lunsford to read because that one day a while ago when I did the same thing in the lobby after football coaching hire. Someone has a video of that somewhere, and it was similar.
Yeah, I think I was videoing that.
Similar.
Should I tell LT right now what I almost did today?
What?
Oh yes, yeah. Wait. But if you're still going to do it, then no.
Oh, I'm not going to do
tattoo?
it now. No. This one was
full
just
sleeve.
Was just a full. It was going to be a punk you situation, a little joke on you. I went by memory lane. And the only ones they had that I liked were the LA Ram ones and the USC Trojan ones. And I thought about doing them for a second.
He's shaking his head already.
Because I don't know anybody that's got the USCs.
Yeah.
This guy right here, just about.
They got a size 11 sitting right there. Anybody can buy them.
Jack and Jason got the Rams. You wouldn't want those colors.
I wouldn't. But
you were just doing it to screw with Lance. 100%.
I was going to do it to screw with you. And apparently they'll buy them back from me. Just not at the same price.
Yeah.
So
that would be a bad business model.
$15.
I had to gauge on how much I was going to lose.
It's just to screw with Lance.
It's a joke. Yeah. It was a nice place, though. I went there. And their Foursquare wasn't working, or I'd have some more dunks today.
That place is dangerous.
They're moving me upstairs.
Oh, you got kicked out of the bridal suite?
That's what it's saying.
Well, it's just a lot of activity. You guys want me to be kicked out of that. It's pretty cool. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, what kind of place is this?
Is that a funnel that I see?
Look at that.
It is.
Bridal
suite.
I mean, how quick did Little T spot the funnel?
I know a funnel when I see one.
Did you funnel at your sister's wedding?
Wow. Hey, will somebody get me? I'm going to do this live on the air. Is that bad?
Okay, please. Yes. Make your order.
Will you quickly? It's a Saturday night, late night. Yep. All we need is Caroline singing now.
I know.
Give me a Bud Light poured in there, will you?
We are here at Top Golf. We don't know where we are next week yet, do we?
I have not heard. I'll see if I can find out from Brittany where we are next week. We're at Top Golf in Birmingham. It is Bud Light game night. We're going to talk about some of the weekend games coming up. We were just hitting a little bit on the season opener for the NFL. Lions and Chiefs from Arrowhead, the Thursday night game. Lance has a play up at lanceslike.com, lanceslike.com. You can play that there in MyBookie.ag code NextRound. Iron Bowl tickets all over the place from our friends at Bud Light.
That's right. That includes the QR code here on site every Thursday night, all the way up to November 11th. Come by here, and we'll do the QR code. And, EG and Taylor, who are of a different generation, will help you if you can't figure out the QR code.
Yeah.
We'll help Dunaway when you can't figure out the QR code.
That'll be great. So, but Top Golf's always great to host us out here. Fantastic. And we're getting ready for football coming back tonight with Monday Night Football. Crappy college game tonight, Murray State and Louisville. So don't feel like you're missing college football tonight.
Not at all. Better setup for you, Lance. This is much better right here. I like this. This. All right, let's get to the college games. We talked a lot about the Thursday night opener here. Let's start with that Colorado-Nebraska game. Lance, you've been monitoring this. What has the action done? Is the public still just hammering Colorado left and right?
It's 85% of the money right now is on Colorado. So, I was talking to a couple of guys that are actually from Colorado that are actually at this wedding. And, the money is all over Colorado. I just, Nebraska is one of these teams. I think they'll make the adjustments. You guys know this. TCU's defense was complete garbage. It's going to be a different defense they're facing. Again, it was like the Minnesota-Nebraska game was pillow fight, and then we saw an absolute track meet in the other game. I think Nebraska's defense is legit. I think as long as Jeff Sims doesn't turn the football over, I think they're fine.
You know what? I think we could see LT is Jeff Sims a lot more designed runs for him to where, I hate when they say this, and they say this a little bit about Jalen Milroe too, or Joe Milton. If a guy's a good runner, why they said this about Jaden Daniels before the Florida State game. He's going to try to stay in the pocket more this year. Well, you know where I don't want Jaden Daniels
in the pocket.
I don't want him in the pocket.
Yeah.
I want him running
out making plays.
So with Jeff Sims, I don't want him in the pocket. If there's room to run against this Colorado team, I want him punishing Colorado the whole game long. Let the guy run.
I am telling you, I feel. Brown, when I feel really confident about a game.
I do.
11 a.m. It scares me a little bit. The money is so heavy on that side. I mean, Colorado's just not going to replicate what they did last week. I mean, they had 4 receivers that went over 100 yards. That's the first time that's happened since 2019 for any team in college football. I mean, they just had an incredible offensive performance. It was fun to watch. I just think it's a different animal. I don't think Nebraska's good, but I think their defense is much better than what we saw with TCU.
Yeah. So there you go. Now, you came in kind of in a whirlwind on Monday. Right. How are you feeling about primetime? I know Taylor likes it because he shares our content. Right. She doesn't like the names on the back of the jersey, but Prime has liked and shared some of our content, which makes the queen of content over there very happy.
It does.
Yeah.
Coach of the year for you right now.
Hugh Freeze, I think, has the lead right now.
He does. Hugh shares a little too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hugh sends us some love.
Well, we should do that. We should come up with an award for Coach of the Year of who shares our content the most.
Right.
Not going to be Nick Saban.
And not on Twitter.
Hey, but honestly, I mean, if you had a Coach of the Year right now, it is Deion Sanders after one game.
It would have to be, yeah.
Travis Hunter. People
Mike
would
Norvell,
say Shadur Sanders. I would say Travis Hunter is your Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, it's one game. We got a lot more to go.
He went from 30,000 to plus 2,500 in the Heisman odds. That still seems like a long.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's.
I would. Plus 2,500.
It's a value play.
Here we go.
There's the funnel. Are you going to do it?
I got to be honest. I haven't funneled in. It's probably been a year or two.
You're fine.
A year or two. Yeah. All right.
Why don't you do it the way they do it on the Floribama yacht?
Too late. In a suit and tie.
Classy.
Square.
Yeah, in the pocket square.
Classy.
That was it.
That was fine. It was good. The problem is I've got these temporary teeth, so I couldn't I've got an art where you just bite on the front, you put the tongue in to stop it up before you get ready. So I had to bite on the side, so it was a little different, but it's good.
All right. It drank good. It drank good, didn't it?
So basically you put it in your cheek a little bit and then wait until you got it right. Okay.
So EG, how do you feel about Deion Sanders? Back to the original question.
Back to the circling back.
Yeah.
So I was sold on Deion when I saw the Aaron Andrews interview with him.
Okay.
My mom loves Deion. She loves the whole brand.
Right.
And when I saw the Aaron Andrews interview, I loved it. I thought that it was good insight, and I liked how he clarified the whole release / who he cut issue. I thought that was interesting because a lot of people were like, you come into a program like that, is that the right way to do it? And he was quick to say, hey, this is what actually happened. I like the swag, if you will, the drip. But I think that the response after TCU has weighed on me a little bit in the sense of I want to see this game against Nebraska. Now, listen, guys, Georgia Southern alum, if you remember last time Georgia Southern played Nebraska.
There you go. Yeah, I do remember that, in fact. Yeah.
Scott Frost lost his job.
Yes, he did.
I see what EG's going to do. She is going to circle everything back, much like I do with the Rams.
Yep.
To Georgia
Southern.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hopefully not much longer, but yes.
Oh.
Well, I have a question about this man.
About Deion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
So I get the what he did is incredible. No one was expecting them to win that game. But at this point, what happens now, which I wish them all the success, I'm indifferent. But
here's to Colorado.
Cheers. But what happens now if he went on that huge rampage after that last game? Like, what happens if they come out and choke one game?
Yeah.
And then
or what if they're 3-9?
Right.
No, hey, little T, I feel your point, and they're going to. That's the problem. Is like Deion should have appreciated the fact it was a great win. Mm-hmm. But now he is hyping up this team so much, and there was no expectation. But now
there's
an expectation from people out there, including Colorado fans, that it's not realistic.
Right. Well, that's what and I get he has a big personality, and that is who he is. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm just interested to see how it plays out because, I mean, they're not gonna. Well, I'm not gonna say that, but
on the transfer thing too, he was on that. He talked about that. But then the kid from Wisconsin who transferred from Colorado, he tells his story this week afterwards. He says, listen, he was in the play for 33 snaps for Wisconsin, and he caught 2 balls. Luke Fickell says he's going to be fantastic. He says, I waited after my coach who recruited me, Darrell, got fired. I waited to see who the new coach was, and my recruiting guy says, no, you're perfect for Deion. You wait it out. You're going to be perfect. Deion and the staff comes to town. They didn't talk to him one time. Not one time did he have one conversation with Deion Sanders or his position coach. He was just told to find a new home. And he went – Wisconsin's where he landed. But, he started in the game for Wisconsin this past week, played 33 snaps, blocked 16 times, ran 15 routes, caught 2 passes.
Oh, good for him. Yeah. He found a place and he's playing.
He did.
Yeah, he figured it out.
But Deion, it wasn't exactly the way Deion told the story.
Right. Yeah. All right, so Nebraska is 2.5-point underdog there. I think from listening to Lance, he likes Nebraska in that situation. Lance'sLike.com for the official plays coming up on Saturday. How about Notre Dame going to NC State, LT? -7.5, a little more than a touchdown. The Irish are favored at NC State. We talked with Orlovsky about this game because, he's a UConn guy, and he was watching NC State. He really likes Notre Dame here. NC State was not impressive a week ago tonight.
Yeah, and I talked to Luganbill about this because Luganbill and I were both big on NC State with Brandon Armstrong, reuniting with his old offensive coordinator from 2 years ago at Virginia. Notre Dame hadn't played anybody. Navy is rebuilding. They're awful. What did they play? East Tennessee State.
No, it was actually Tennessee State. Yeah,
Tennessee State. They scored a ton of points. But when you look at Sam Hartman, and you guys know I've been a Sam Hartman fan for years, against NC State, he's 1-2 in his career with 6 picks. He hasn't played well against Dave Duran defenses, and NC State always starts slow. And I don't think they showed a lot against UConn. They were lucky to survive that game. But I think NC State will keep this game close. I really do. I think Notre Dame probably wins the game, but I'm not going to be surprised if NC State upsets them.
Boy, I tell you what, this is about to be stereotypical, what I'm about to do, but we've never let that stop us on this show. Have you two seen Sam Hartman?
Yes.
Best looking quarterback, maybe the best looking player in college football.
I would agree. I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead, you guys.
I was when I said you two, I meant the
you guys go first.
The 2 young ladies in the middle. I mean, best looking player in college football.
Great hair.
Oh, you like his hair?
I'll say great hair.
Okay, all right. EG's going to stop short of best looking player in college football.
Great hair.
I think they would like Hudson Card, who transferred from Texas to Purdue as well.
Okay, Lance up with a vote for Hudson Card. You'll have to look him up. EG's going to look him up.
Before Taylor answers, today, I think it was 4 downs. If I ask you this question, better looking, Sam Hartman or Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, EG, not a Ryan Gosling guy. Dunaway got very upset about that, Lance.
The people in the chat got upset about that, and you reminded me. It's other men getting upset that I don't find Ryan Gosling attractive.
That is true. That's who it was.
Yeah. It's in a little perspective.
No, so what was the question on 4 downs?
It was
people
somebody that is.
Yeah. Why? What's the fascination with him?
Well,
I think we know what it is.
There are a lot of rumors,
and he's got a.
Yeah, there are a lot of rumors. Yeah. All right. Did you find Hudson Card?
In trash today, there was a 3-legged bear.
Oh God.
There was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could.
Have you seen Sam? Let me show you Sam.
Yeah, but I
voted. I told these guys before, Brown. You'll remember. I brought it up. I was like, Sam Hartman is the best looking quarterback in college football.
Oh yeah. I mean, I agree 100% with you. Yeah.
He didn't shave the beard though. The beard doesn't look good.
Well, I'm a beard guy. It's more scruff than beard, but I am not going to take a shot at a beard. But I think it's gotten too thick. I think it looked better, Lance, when he was scruff. Yeah.
Here we go.
Is you
that
right with
that?
That?
Be comfortable when you.
No, and
too much beard.
Too much beard.
Yeah.
And I would like.
I think he's fine.
I hope he's not watching this.
Oh, yeah. 100% he ain't watching
this. If he's watching this, then we got a problem.
100% he ain't watching this.
He needs to be watching film or something.
Taylor knows.
Get that film room.
Hey, actually, I hope he's watching it because I'm taking NC State plus the points.
Okay, so Lance likes NC State plus 7.5 against Notre Dame. LT's love for the Pack dying hard here. He's going to stick with them.
I do think Sam Hartman looks away a lot. A lot of Americans think Jesus looked at that age.
Yeah, I mean the white man Jesus. Yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah.
I would never.
Minus the tattoos.
I don't think Jesus was tatted up.
You don't know that.
I do. I don't think he was. I'm pretty sure Jesus didn't have any tats.
Can you back that up?
I can't back that up, Jim.
But Dunaway, you're the only person on the set there with tats. I told Maddie
I don't know
earlier
that.
tonight. I'm the only person at this wedding that doesn't have tats.
Wow. Wow.
What a unique observation.
Hey, well, Lance, you'll learn that about Lance now. He'll make some observations.
No, you're
He'll
right.
scan a
LT.
crowd.
In my generation, if you had a tattoo, you were in the military usually, right?
Right.
You're either a biker or in the military. It's so different now, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on. Utah's at Baylor, Lance. Utah minus 7.5. We were talking about this game earlier on the show today that Baylor, as poorly as they played against Texas State, and then they lost their starter. And here comes Utah also without their starter. But in college football, sometimes that's just the way the upset happens, right? You lose your starter, you played like crap, and you come out and play like a baller team the next game. I get a feel Baylor may do that. I know you love you some Utah. I think it's a tough spot for them at Baylor.
Well, it probably is. But here's the thing. Like, Dave Aranda, bad year, good year. What are we going to get in year 3? And when you lose to TJ Finley in Texas State week 1,
Yep.
that's not a good sign. And then Blake Shapen, as you mentioned, the starting quarterback's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. You know, Bryson Barnes at least has experience. And you guys watched, the number 2 quarterback is so dynamic running the football. Utah's defense, I just don't know how Baylor's going to score points. You guys know I'm always against the public. This is one of those games I'll stay away from because Utah is the much better team. I agree this is a weird spot. It seems like Baylor's the play the right way, but Utah's a better team.
All right, lanceslock.com for all of these. Don't forget MyBookie.ag. It is Bud Light Game Night down at Top Golf. This is EG, number 13, Taylor Korn, Jim Dunaway, you see LT all suited up at a wedding. He is nice enough to step out of the reception to join us for an hour here. Texas A&M at Miami. Texas A&M minus 3.5. That number's down, isn't it? It was a little bit higher than that earlier in the week.
Yeah, and so talking to Luganville yesterday, he believes Miami's got something for Texas A&M. I don't think Tyler Van Dyke is 100% healthy. And Connor Wegman, if you go back to last year, he's yet to throw an interception. And I think the ratio going back to his first start is 12 touchdowns, no interceptions, and that is the best in college football since he got his first start. He's not turning the football over. They got a ton of skill. You just wonder if that Miami heat wears them down a little bit.
Yeah, I do. I do worry about that. But you like what you saw. To recap, what we talked about earlier in the week from Bob Petrino and Texas A&M. It's just interesting now to see if they can take that on the road.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this. I get burned a lot in week 2 and week 3 because what I do is I'll see a play like that, much like we were just talking about. What was the game before that we were talking about? Oh, Utah and Baylor.
Yeah.
And so I know what the better team is, but because the public comes on one side, it kind of sways me. That's kind of what we're getting with A&M and Miami. Like, A&M is the much better team, and I think A&M should dominate them. But I'll probably stay away from this game just because the money is on A&M. But I will tell people are getting value on A&M in this game, in my opinion.
Yeah. What about Ole Miss at Tulane as we continue? Lance'sLike.com for all these games coming up on Saturday and then starting tonight as well with the NFL game. He's got an NFL play up there from the season opener, Lance'sLike.com. Before we do that, I will ask the panel here, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down on New Orleans, just the city of New Orleans. Wow, quick thumbs up.
I've always enjoyed it.
I used to. I don't as much anymore. Lance with a thumbs up. I may be the only that's like.
What do you not like about it? I mean, people, when you go there, you're going.
I mean, outside of possibly getting struck by a bullet, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I mean, it's not really the safety issue for me. I don't know, man. It's just
dirty.
Yeah, it is dirty.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this now, and Lance will. I think Lance will agree. Well, I don't know. Lance, I don't think's ever liked Lower Broadway. I used to love Lower Broadway in Nashville, but every time I go there, it progressively gets more and more like Bourbon Street.
Yeah. Well, it was educational. First time I'd been there many, many times, but I took my daughter. We were leaving there for a cruise once, and she was 11. We went out early for breakfast before we got on the cruise, and as we were walking towards the beignet place.
Oh, Cafe du Monde.
Cafe du Monde.
We're walking through Jackson Square, and she's like, what are all these puddles of pink stuff? And I said, darling, that's vomit.
That's last night.
That's when you drink too many Hurricanes.
Yeah, that was last night, my friend.
I mean, that's educational.
Yeah,
Right?
that is educational.
She's
There's no doubt.
23 now. She knows you don't drink a Hurricane. There are too many of them when you're in New Orleans.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the beignet. I don't know. I can leave them take them.
It's. I mean, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's a funnel cake.
Yeah. So what is it? What is? Huh?
It's an experience, though, and that's the thing.
Thank
So
you.
they have great food. Everybody's in a good mood. It's dirty. It's dangerous. But if you can navigate the dirt and the danger, it's a great place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Is that a good summation?
I would agree.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the times I've been there, we would go for formal in college, so that was always.
You're with your people.
Yeah, like we're with 60 of our
Closest friends.
Plus. Everyone's having a good time, and then we went for Mardi Gras. I guess the fake Mardi Gras.
That's right. I've been to the real one in Mobile.
1 year, which was.
It's
crazy.
a show. It's wild.
You've done real Mardi Gras before? I've never done that.
Well, the real Mobile or
no, the New Orleans one.
Yes,
You've been to New Orleans?
We went.
Dunaway's not a truther like me.
Yes, I went to New Orleans. I don't know, sometime in college. We went for Mardi Gras. I loved it. Guys. Okay, guess who will be in New Orleans in November? Theo Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn. I knew it was coming.
He added shows.
Yeah.
He added shows, and last night I saw it, and I was like,
but
it's the night before the Iron Bowl.
When we're off,
predicament.
when we're off the air, explain to me the fight he's having right now with somebody.
I want to, give me on that
because
conversation.
I need.
Oh wow,
like
EG wants that too.
Yeah.
Because of you, I'm Team Theo. Whatever's going
Theo
on.
is never wrong. Like
Yeah.
we can.
All right, you girls talk about that after the show. Lance, Ole Miss is in New Orleans at Tulane -7.5. That is a 2:30 kick in the heat of New Orleans. Feels like kind of a tough spot. I watched a lot of Tulane against South last week. I thought they looked pretty good.
Damn, they look really good. And coming off that 12-win season, I thought that they would regress a little bit. I thought South Alabama would keep that game close. I stayed away from it. We talked about that post-game. But Michael Pratt, dude, that guy can play. And although Ole Miss is going to be really difficult for Tulane to stop, I think Michael Pratt will have a big game. That number's about where it should be. I'm going to completely stay away from this. I think it'll be an entertaining game.
You know who Pratt is?
Who?
He is best value. Is that the
Great value?
Great value, Joe Burrow.
Walmart brand?
Yeah, Walmart brand. Yeah,
he is a baller. LT.
You could also say sugar-free Joe, diet Joe Burrow.
He had one incomplete
pass. That guy
pass.
takes a hit and still delivers, man.
He had one incomplete pass against South Alabama. That's a pretty damn good defense.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
You know, my fear was Tyja Spears was such a balance maker for that offense, who ironically will play his first NFL game in New Orleans this weekend as a Tennessee Titan. But, you know, talking to Luganbill's like, man, this Ole Miss offense is going to be impossible to stop. And they do have playmakers everywhere. It just depends on the consistency of Jackson Dart. He was great against Mercer. They threw for a Ole Miss record passing yards. I just think this is a tricky game for them. But, I'm staying away from it.
All right, staying away from it. Ole Miss favorite 7.5, lanceslike.com. Up next, UAB is at Georgia Southern. We will turn it over to EG here. Georgia Southern, an 8-point favorite. How you feeling about them Golden Eagles?
She's calling the game. She can't
Yeah,
make it.
sorry.
No
I won't
head
be
here.
in Tuscaloosa. I will be in Paulson Stadium.
No, that's not true.
No.
No, EG's going to be at Tuscaloosa
I
for
will
us for
be.
Bama, Texas. More on that in a little bit. How you feeling about your Golden Eagles?
I feel good about the Eagles. We do have a new defensive coordinator. Brandon Bailey is there. Now, he is a Georgia Southern alum. And after watching last week, I will say we had a lot of penalties that were sloppy. We looked very sloppy in some areas.
That's Clay Helton.
Yeah, Lance knows a lot of Clay Helton because he's a USC fan.
Right. So last year, if I can remember correctly, we did not have a great game against UAB.
Lost by 14.
Yes. So I think it'll be close. And because I love my Eagles, I'm going to say we're going to pull it out. But
Hurry up.
No, don't let him bother you. He does this to Lance all the time.
A little bit longer.
12 more seconds.
Davis Brin is coming in behind Kyle Van Treese.
Oh, okay.
And listen, he's looking to shake the. I'm just kidding.
Who's QB2?
hey, Lance, we were talking after Coach Dilfer was on with us today for his weekly visit. If you rewind like 3 years and you go to USC, and tell Clay Helton and go to a high school in Nashville and tell Trent Dilfer, hey, you two are going to be coaching together in 2 years? What do you think their reaction would be?
Yeah, and I go back to 2016 when Helton finally brought Sam Darnold in after that terrible loss to Alabama, and Max Brown was the starting quarterback. That was a team that went on and won 11 games. They won the Rose Bowl. And a lot of people thought, hey, look, Clay Helton might be the answer. Yeah. Didn't work out. I do like your Georgia Southern Eagles this weekend, though. Jacob Zeno, there is no way he is going to play like he did this past week. I think the reason there's the number's 8 for a reason. So I do like Georgia Southern in this one. I don't know if I'll give it out yet, though.
All right, Lance'sLock.com if he gives it out.
I would feel like we need a friendly wager with EG or something. Why don't you two start some kind of bet like LT and I have on stakes?
But on what?
Acai Bowls.
You take UAB this time.
Well, I think it would need to be on something.
Well, they got to believe in it.
Passion.
Yeah.
Passion.
Yeah. Like me and my NFL draft.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You believe in that?
No, like I'm trying to believe in someone, but I can't yet. That's right.
Everybody
Therefore, I haven't picked a team.
Everybody's got their lineup set for tonight, right?
No. Oh my God.
Oh,
no.
yeah. I forgot.
Yeah. Well, I don't either.
It's just who I drafted. I mean, it's in the order you drafted them right now, right?
I don't think that I have anyone playing tonight, though.
Yeah. Hey, I drafted.
We're off to a great start, guys.
Yeah.
I take that seriously.
Lance, Alabama hanging around as a 7-point favorite. It really hasn't moved that much. What do you think about Bama and Texas right now as we speak?
Yeah, man, this is such a tough game. You know, I was surprised that Texas was able to play the way they did against Alabama last year. And again, we've said this a million times. If it wasn't for Bryce Young, they lose that game. Quinn Ewers was incredible in the first quarter. Alabama was incredible in the fourth quarter. I think it's going to be a hell of a game. I lean Bama wins the game. Again, this is one of those I probably won't give out. The number's probably right about 7, but I'm interested to see how Jalen Milroe is able to play against this Texas defense.
We talked a little bit about it on Talk of Champions today. I won't give it away, but Tyler said he doesn't think Alabama jumped into the full Jalen Milroe package at all. With that said, to me, that sounds like some really designed runs for Jalen Milroe, which could be a problem. If you start, they ran one play last week where Milroe took the snap out of the pistol and went around the edge and had a chance to pitch it to a running back. I forget if it was Jace or Roydell, and faked the pitch and kept it for like 11 yards or so. That becomes dangerous if Milroe has that in his weaponry there.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you this. I believe that Tommy Rees, the way they called this game last week against Middle Tennessee State, is going to be completely night and day. I don't know how you guys felt. I thought the running back rotation was really strange. I'm not surprised Jace got the first touches, but just the way it played after that, I don't think they showed anything. And Texas against Rice, I don't know how much you guys watched. They were kind of sluggish. Again, I'm fascinated by this game. If Texas won the game, it wouldn't surprise me. If Alabama wins by 21, it doesn't surprise me.
When I was watching, Quinn Ewers did not complete a real pass downfield.
Yeah, he didn't play great. Quinn Ewers did not play great. DW writes in, he's got a Tiger Woods logo or a Tiger Woods avatar on his handle there. So big Tiger Woods guy. Wanted us to comment on the secondary in Tuscaloosa and the injuries there. The reports out of Tuscaloosa today, Malachi Moore is practicing. He's banged up, but he's going to play. Key is a little, less likely. Doesn't mean he's not going to play, but he's a little less likely.
Game time decision.
Yeah, it sounds more like e.g. a game time decision, and that is a massive storyline in this game. There is no doubt that's a massive storyline in this game.
And as you guys know, if you're playing, doesn't always mean you're 100%. And when you're playing Texas receiving corps, they've got world-class speed sideline to sideline. They're 3 deep, and then they added a Georgia receiver. So you got 4 really good receivers. So if you got someone who's at 90% out there, that could be a problem.
Yeah, and I do think that obviously Xavier Worthy is their number 1. I think A.D. Mitchell, the guy that you're talking about from Georgia, is going to ultimately be there too. And I think it's more on the cornerbacks. I think it's more on Terry and Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry. I think some one-on-one matchups there. Who wins those one-on-one matchups be a big difference. And again, Jalen Milroe clean football last week. If he doesn't turn the football over, Alabama wins the game.
But you remember last year, LT, they had so many receivers running open. And Quinn didn't always get it to them, but they had some open receivers. I just wonder how much of that was Bijan Robinson being in the backfield, and they don't have Bijan Robinson this year. So maybe that frees up that defense a little bit.
Yeah, and I was talking to our friend Chip Brown, who you guys will have in studio tomorrow, and there's such a drop-off from Bijan and running back by committee. I mean, there's a reason Bijan went 10th overall to the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, that's the massive loss.
Yeah, it is.
And I feel like they felt all week they prepared to make sure Bijan didn't beat them. They were going to make Quinn Ewers beat them. So I think they approached it different.
I wonder too if Texas is overhyped this game. You know, you can overhype a game. Where you circle a game, you go in. We should have won the game last year. Now we're going to Tuscaloosa. We're going to show everybody that we're SEC worthy before we come into the conference next year. So I just wonder if that's going to play a factor too, if they're too overhyped.
Did you draft Bijan? Is that why you're so excited about
no, I was saying that because of Daniel Jeremiah.
Daniel Jeremiah. I don't know if you saw that, Lance. DJ Football. I know you've been traveling a lot. His bowl prediction, asking for a bowl. Well, a couple things with him. Number one, he said the fantasy sleeper is Tank Bigsby. That he thinks Tank Bigsby is going to be better. And I think we played that on the show yesterday. So I think you saw that.
Yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah, and he said his bowl prediction is Bijan Robinson leads the league in rushing.
Wait, whoa. Bijan Robinson leads the NFL in rushing?
Isn't that what he said, little T?
That's what
or was it the NFC or the NFL?
No, he said he leads the league.
Think about it, LT. They got really good weapons in London and Pitts, but they don't have a quarterback that really can air it out. So and Smith is a guy who's committed to running the football. So there's not a lot of teams that really are that committed to running the football anymore. The Titans with Henry, and if they treat Bijan like they did Derrick Henry at Tennessee, you could see him get that many carries. You could see that happen.
Well, the only thing is, and Arthur Smith knows the offense. And you're right, Desmond Ridder is not a quarterback you're gonna trust. But I think Bijan's going to get touches everywhere, much like Jahmyr Gibbs, who we'll see tonight against Kansas City. So Bijan's one of these guys, you can line him up wherever. He's the guy that's going to catch passes out of the backfield. And then Tyler Algier out of BYU coming back his second year. He's a nice change of pace, more of a power back. So I think Algier's going to get some carries. So I would be surprised if that happens, but obviously DJ knows a lot more than me.
You can hear behind Lance the nearing kickoff at Arrowhead Stadium. There, he'll be headed out for the start of the game. In just a few moments. I think
they might have just thrown the what is that? The bouquet?
That's what I thought of the first cheer. I don't know what the second cheer was.
Yeah. So they probably had a drop. We went to the booth for replay, pass incomplete. We're going to run the play again.
I haven't seen cheers like that since Mardi Gras.
Just a few more minutes. Lance going to get back to the wedding in 1 second. Here's a great idea from Michael. Since we now have the original roundtable, the LT and Ian, back on Disrupt the Media, when do we get the next round, next generation with Taylor and Emily?
Oh,
Little T and EG.
I mentioned this.
When there are more hours in the day.
Yeah.
And I will leave it
we
at
got
that.
Little T too full?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
Well, Taylor is working her ass off right now. Her and Scott are editing stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, she doesn't even take phone calls. She's got everything on mute. You can't get in touch with her.
Lance, listen. Hey. Okay. Let me back myself up here.
Turn this up to 10.
Yeah.
From 9 to 12, my phone is on Do Not Disturb.
Oh,
because
real quick, hey, it's the first dance.
Oh,
people
man,
are screaming and cheering
you're
for the
missing
I
first
can
dance.
give a fuck. I'm
Oh,
good.
God. What song are they playing?
Wait, is it John Legend?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of Chris Stapleton so far, though.
Oh, you can't go wrong there.
Yes.
Yes. No, what? You're not a
No,
Stapleton guy?
hey, Lil T, I wasn't dogging you out. I understand. You're working your ass off. But I do think you and EG would have a good, 20-minute show that y'all could do something cool with.
We talked about this yesterday, and I said I would
we were
love
at
to
dinner
do that.
together.
Oh, they went to dinner last night, Lance. Little T and EG.
Wow.
Which
Yeah.
bothered one of our employees. Can you guess who it was?
There's what the option is A or A.
Yeah.
And
No,
A
it's
is
Dunaway. Yeah.
It's Dunaway. He wasn't on the
Yeah.
text
It was
thread.
FOMO. FOMO.
Went to dinner without me, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
That's
talked
okay.
about it, though.
We did.
We talked about it, and I said I would love to do that.
In 7 months.
Yeah.
But I cannot. I'm not available right now.
Wait,
Don't do
so
not
where did you
disturb.
guys go to dinner?
Do what?
Where'd y'all
It
go
was
to
the
dinner?
Taco Mama.
We went to Taco
Taco
Mama
Mama.
at the summit.
Great place.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Let
Good
me
one.
tell you, here's my idea, okay? This was my idea for the podcast. And
You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this.
You could be in it too. We could call it something up in smoke or something like that. Where remember the 70s show where the camera moved around in the circle and we just all sit in a circle and we give overreactions on Monday to what we saw over the weekend. And it could be entertainment.
Wow.
It could be.
I say I veto all sports.
Yeah. It could be anything.
I would agree with that.
No sports talk
and
unless
No
it's
sports.
like a drama story that has to do with an athlete or something.
Right,
But like, no,
right.
And then the camera moves around and it would go to Taylor, and then she would give me an overreaction for the weekend. Then it would go to the next person, and it just moves around like that all the way through. And that's the whole podcast, just like the 70s show.
E.G. Dunaway's an ideas guy.
Yeah, I'm
You learned
learning
that?
that.
Yeah, he's an ideas guy. Before we move on to the NFL, Lance'sLike.com, Auburn and Cal, LT. We did Georgia Southern for EG. We'll do Auburn for little T here. Tough road trip. They're still at 6.5, though, and a total of 54.5. How are you feeling about Auburn right now?
Hey, so I'm going to throw a couple of facts at you guys.
All right.
Cal has won 3 consecutive games against SEC schools since losing to Tennessee. You remember that home and home. They lost in Knoxville. They won in Berkeley, and then they beat Ole Miss in the home and home, both of those. But how about this? Auburn's played 4 games in the state of California. 0-4.
Oh, no. Little T, you've never won in California. I was at the last one. You were at the last one, Lance. We all were. Auburn and Florida State should have won that game.
Hey, so the first one they played was against, I'm trying to remember this. I read it earlier. Santa Barbara or Santa Clara.
Okay.
Was the first game they lost.
Out of business now. Yeah, out of business. Hey, do you remember the one they played? I think it was Labor Day night against USC, or is it at least Labor Day weekend?
At the Coliseum, they were going to kick their ass, and Carnell had cramps.
At the Coliseum, Auburn probably should have won that game.
Carson Palmer was the quarterback, and I'll tell you this: we did a show. Me and Scott Griffin from Susan Shine. Was it Chevrolet out in Alabaster or Pelham?
Yeah,
that day. Yeah.
I will tell you that they were killing them. They could not stop Carnell.
They weren't killing them. I think the game was 20-17. But Carnell was having his way, and he had cramps.
They could not stop Carnell, and he got cramps.
Yeah. I think Auburn could.
I think Auburn's got problems. Little T, you're not going to like this.
Okay, what? Please tell me.
I think there's going to be inconsistency at the quarterback position right now.
Because of Red Zone Robbie or what?
They're going to get better. Justin Wilcox is, and I don't know if he said this on the air, but I'll go on and throw it out there. Brock Heward said he was talking to Chris Peterson. They were playing golf, and he asked him the most difficult defensive mind he's ever gone against.
Oh, yeah. I listened to this, and I turned it off after.
Yeah. He said it's Justin Wilcox. And again, Wilcox doesn't have a lot to work with, but they're coming off 352 yards rushing on the road in Denton against North Texas, which isn't a bad team. Jay Knott's going to be a tough out. I like Cal plus points. I don't know if they win the game, but I like Cal.
I'm not going to do that.
No,
but,
you almost shot him a bird.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
let him reel you in.
That'd be a great screenshot.
All right, let's go to the NFL real quick. Dunaway, tell us what's going on. Tell us, little T. Dunaway talked you into that. Don't let him influence you like that. Jim's normally the one being influenced.
Today's very emotional.
You can flick me off.
She just T-Bob Daybear you. Is what she just did.
Dunaway, tell them about Bud Light Game Night. What we got going on here?
Let me grab one.
Grab one, Jimmy D.
Bud Light Game Night. It's cold. It's ice cold here at Top Golf. That's where we are.
Oh, no.
LT's got the shades on, or somebody else's shades.
Well,
apparently.
no, this is like the bridals. I mean, I don't know what the hell this is. I mean, there's
oh, wow.
Wait,
whoa.
Put it away.
I don't know.
Put it away.
You should know what that is. You really should. Bud Light Game Night. QR code when you come see us all Thursday nights, all the way up until November 11th, when we draw for a pair of Iron Bowl tickets. So listen to our show next week on Monday, and we'll tell you where we're going to be next Thursday night, just like we did at Top Golf tonight. And we will get you out, QR code us, and we'll go and give somebody a pair of tickets to the Iron Bowl. Also, when you're here, this little display right here for Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV, you get a chance to QR code this, and they're giving away over the entire region, Southeast region, Northeast, out West, Southwest, California. I'm sure it has its own region. They're giving away a handful of Sunday tickets all the way up until mid-October on our Thursday nights. So come on out here, QR code a couple of things, and have a chance to win Iron Bowl tickets or Sunday Ticket with our friends at Adams Beverage, Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, and all the great folks there.
All right, here's a stat that Furman threw out. We'll ask him about this tomorrow, Lance, but I found this fascinating. All right, over the last 18 games, and I think this goes back 4 or 5 years, okay? Follow me on this. Week 1, divisional matchup where the home team is the underdog. You got me there? You follow me?
Yep.
There have been 18 of those. One was a tie, one was a push. What do you think the record on the other 17 was for the underdog?
Oh.
So 17 games where it's a divisional game in week 1 and the home team is the dog. What do you think they are in 17 games, that dog? Against the
I think it's going to be an outlandish stat. I'm going to go 14-3.
15-2-1 is that number?
Say 17-0. So
15-2-1.
Yeah, and that the Pittsburgh's one of them.
Well, here we go. I was going to give them to you. Let's start, Lance, with Cleveland plus 2.5 as they play host to Cincinnati.
You know, what is Deshaun Watson going to do? We know what Joe Burrow is going to do.
Real quickly, you think Joe's going to play without a contract, or do they sign it? They announce the contract tomorrow, Saturday?
Oh, Joe's playing.
He'll play without a contract.
Yeah. He will play without a contract. I don't think he'll have the contract yet. He'll play without the contract. But if Deshaun Watson can go back to pre-massage Deshaun, when you've got the balance to mix up, that Cleveland team is going to be good. Cincinnati.
You know what I call him? You want him to go back to hands-free Deshaun.
Bluetooth Deshaun.
I think in this spot I would play Cincinnati. I don't love the game.
Right.
But I think Cleveland, to me, Brown, we talk about your AFC East, as good as it is, the AFC North might be the best division.
It's a good one. There's no doubt. I don't disagree with you at all. That's what DJ said. I asked Daniel Jeremiah the two best divisions, or the best division, worst division. He said AFC North best, AFC South worst. Here's another one. There are 4 of these games this weekend. I was going to give you all of them. The Colts plus 5 hosting Jacksonville.
Okay, so Jacksonville's getting overhyped like Detroit. I think they're going to be good. And obviously, Doug Peterson's a really good coach. Trevor Lawrence has really come on. And they're going to win that division. But at the same time, like, I've got a hard time laying those points on the road, but I don't know what Anthony Richardson's going to do.
I know.
That's why I've got no problem laying the points.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I mean, if I had to play it, I probably would play Jacksonville. If Jonathan Taylor was playing, it'd be a little bit different. I just don't think they're going to have any balance at all. The pressure is going to be on Anthony Richardson. Turns the ball over multiple times. I probably would play Jacksonville, but I'm going to stay away from that game.
All right. Calvin Ridley will be fantastic in his return to the NFL.
That's what everybody's saying. He's going to have a huge year. The Giants on the Sunday night game plus 3 playing host to the Dallas Cowboys. There's another one.
Yeah, tough game. I don't know how you guys – Brian Dable can coach, no doubt, especially the offense. I think Darren Waller is going to be one of the best offensive pickups this year. Can Daniel Jones replicate what he did last year? And Dak Prescott, how is he going to react? I mean, the offseason, everybody's been dogging Dak out. Guy turns the football over too much. Does Jerry need to make a change at quarterback? A lot of pressure on Dallas, not as much on New York. I kind of lean New York in this spot.
Why would the Cowboys not go get Mike Evans? The Buccaneers are looking to it's last year. He's not going to re-sign. They can't afford him. So why would they not go ahead? Do you want to wait until you're into the season a little bit if you're the Buccaneers, and maybe the Cowboys or the Jets or somebody like that will overpay for Mike Evans? Why would you not, if you're the Cowboys, go ahead and get Mike Evans for this?
I agree with you because, Mike doesn't have the extra step that he had in the past, but he still can get behind defenders. I mean, you go back to that divisional game where they came back and almost beat the Rams, and he got behind Jalen Ramsey. I mean, the guy can still play.
And he's a Texas kid.
Obviously be your one, but Mike Evans will be a nice number 2 option.
Yeah. All right, the final of those 4 games. So there are 4 of these this weekend. Again, this is divisional game week 1 where the home team is the dog. And over the last 18, they're 15-2-1 against the spread. I think it's 10-6-2. Well, it can't be 2. I was trying to think. Well, I mean, there are ties in the NFL. I guess it could be 2s. I was trying to think of the straight-up record.
Could be pushes.
I thought it was 10-6. No, this is straight up. Just win or loser. I think it was 10. Maybe I thought it was. There was 18 of them, and I thought it was 10-6. So there might have been 2 ties in there. Last one, Lance, is the Monday night game. Jets are a 2.5-point dog playing host to Buffalo.
I don't know about you guys, but much like Colorado in college football, to me, the Jets are the must-watch team this year coming into this season. Jets defense was incredible last year. It's going to be better this year. Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer. You've got weapons offensively. But this is that year that Buffalo, and this is going to be a bad analogy. I was thinking about this a couple of weeks ago. Buffalo's like Clemson. Nobody's talking about Clemson. Now that it doesn't matter because Clemson's done, But Buffalo is the one team in the NFL nobody's talking about. People are talking about the Jets. They're talking about your Dolphins. They're talking about Cincinnati. They're talking about the Eagles. They're talking about 49ers. Nobody's talking about Buffalo. The last couple of years we have. I think this is going to be a sneaky Buffalo team. I think Buffalo goes on the road, knocks out the Jets.
Wow. Well, there you go. It didn't sound like you liked any of the home dogs at all. They're 50.
I thought Pittsburgh was the home dog.
No, they're playing San Francisco, though. It's not a divisional game.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I've got to play on that game already.
Oh, on Pittsburgh and San Fran? Oh, interesting. You got to play tonight as well. We're going to let you get back to the wedding, but tell everybody about Lance'sLock.com.
Yeah, jump on board. Again, Lance'sLock.com. We've done this 9 years now. We've only had one losing year. If you go back last year, 57% in college football, 58% in the NFL. We won week 1 in college football. We're going to win again for you. We've got a winner tonight. We'll start out 1-0. We've got the side in Detroit and Kansas City. Jump on board. We've got daily packages, weekly. We've got monthly, annual packages, Lance'sLock.com. Best value out there right now.
Can you tell me how many interceptions Patrick Mahomes has thrown in week 1 of his career?
It'd be 18 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He's never lost.
Yeah. Wow. There you go. Look at that. Look at that number. 5-0, right?
Yeah. Tonight's the night.
All right. Hey, enjoy the rest of the wedding. Thanks for breaking away. We'll try to get you on tomorrow. I know it's going to be, you got some travel and all that. We'll see if we can catch up with you tomorrow, though.
Okay. See you, boys.
All right,
Bye,
buddy. Take care. Bye.
Y'all be safe. Have fun.
Thanks. There's LT from the wedding.
Quickly punched by Lunsford, dude.
Yeah, how about that? Bobby says, great show tonight. Little T and 13 are stars in this format.
Thank
really
you,
are.
Bobby.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
Do you prefer 13 or MEG or EG?
I mean, it's whatever you guys want to call me. Y'all,
So,
y'all pick.
the whole employee numbering, we just kind of started doing goofing off, and it has kind of stuck. And then there's one that we, for certain purposes, have to call number 12 at this point. Or so the attorneys say.
So they say.
Yeah, so the attorneys say. So we'll call him number 12 for a little while.
It's actually better than his real name.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Man, I don't hate his real
Hope
name.
his parents aren't watching.
Yeah. So people are fans. So we gotta make little T and EG happen. Are you feeling off season? Is that what you're feeling?
No,
Little T?
like, okay, this is my thing is I want to bring the people the best things from the shows.
Okay.
And there are a lot of great shows. You should watch them all. Please watch them all. But I don't want to spread myself too thin.
That's very smart of you.
And
Yeah, very smart.
if we do that, I don't want to be sitting down to do a show and my eyes be crossed and falling asleep.
Right.
So, like, yes, I would love to do it.
Right.
I would like to, but I think that maybe, oh my gosh, once we get into a routine.
Yeah, you can feel
maybe
better about this.
soon.
We'll ease into little T and EG, or
And
EG and little T.
We can get you guys the anticipation up.
That's right. It's coming. It's coming soon.
So you guys have a little chemistry after dinner last night. You feel like y'all could do a good podcast?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I could talk to a brick wall, but
Right, same. Both
I
80
think-
pies. We learned how to do that.
but yes, I
were y'all the same sorority?
Yeah.
We were.
Oh,
We were.
How about that?
Boom, boom.
But I want to do it. Yes.
What is it?
That could be the name of the podcast.
What? Boom, boom, the boom, boom room.
Boom Boom Room, Skybar. But no, yes, I want to do it. Guys.
Okay.
Things are just a little busy right now. But as soon as things get ironed out,
and we figure out what my role exactly
Well,
is.
yeah, I mean, EG has not even been here a week yet.
Yeah.
We're kind
3 days in.
of wading into the waters here with
It
her.
was a little embarrassing yesterday when you stopped on the 3rd floor.
I thought we were going to tell people about that.
Dunaway's lying, guys.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
a joke.
Dunaway's
I'm
lying.
sorry.
So yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah.
EG and little T and EG. We maybe have come up with a different name.
We
Boom
will do
Boom.
it
We
one
will.
day.
Boom, boom. Can
So
I do
now-
that even though I'm not in? Now, my daughter's a FIMU. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Hers
those-
is
Good luck figuring
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah, she
If
was
that's
talking
it,
about how hard it is
that
to
needs
do.
a tutorial.
Yeah, I
I'm
couldn't
not
figure
even
that
gonna
either.
try it and
Yeah.
then come across wrong.
My
Yeah.
wife was a coyote. What's that?
That's
X in a horseshoe.
I have a drink in my hand. So.
Yeah. There you go.
But yes, it will happen. And right now you can blame it on me that it's not because I
No, it's not your
No,
fault.
no, because I don't know my day to day yet.
That's
and that's
right.
okay.
Yeah, it would be way too quick to start it. Y'all need to build
Correct.
the chemistry first. How'd you like Taco Mama? It was
Oh, I
first Taco-
love
yeah.
Taco Mama. But I
Did
had
you
it
ever
in
eat there?
Auburn. Yeah, in Auburn.
In Auburn? Okay,
Yeah.
so you've been to Auburn. You've never been to Tuscaloosa.
Right.
But you're going
Yes.
Saturday, and you're excited.
First time in Tuscaloosa. You can't write it better. I'm going to be honest. For Texas Bama.
I know.
Little worried about the traffic, but
Yeah.
4:59. Plan. I mean, it's a 40-minute drive. Plan to be down there for 2 hours.
Well,
So,
I mean 4:59. About what would you say, Dunaway? About 2 miles from the junction. With 59-20, it's always backed up for a Bama game.
You know, I keep debating on whether or not we should ride down together. But
Right.
I knew this would happen.
Yeah, but no.
No, I think
we're
you
going
should.
separately. But
Okay.
there is a back way to go.
Right.
That,
Oh yeah, we do need to teach you the back way.
Yeah, the back way to go is the
Yeah,
best way.
it is.
And parking.
And after, well, I gave her the
Yeah,
parking
I got
pass.
parking.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're such a
Such a
gentleman.
giver.
He is.
That's
He
a
is.
giver.
You're
That's- he is.
selfless.
But
He is.
my plan afterwards, after we're finishing our work, while we're doing that, I'm gonna have the Auburn game on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find there's usually one bar that's within walking distance that is not packed,
Right.
so it's a hole in the wall. I'm gonna go there and finish the Auburn
the-
Cal game and hopefully watch and do our post game show from there.
Oh, you're gonna
So
do it
you're
from the
gonna
bar.
drive home at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
You can do it from Innisfree. Triple
Dude, that's
set you
what-
up.
Local TV. That's all you. I mean, I would
Yeah.
drive back from Starkville or Oxford or Fayetteville after games all night long. It's the best time to drive. There's somebody on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Traffic
not,
has cleared by then. Yeah.
medically allowed to do that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not a good driver anyway, so they probably should do that to me.
All right, Dunaway, give them one last hit here on Bud
Oh.
Light. Let them know what we got going on all season long. Bud Light
You
game
know,
night.
this whole season, Brown, we're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the QR code.
That's oh, are we?
No,
Oh,
I think you know.
okay. Oh, I was about to
Keep
say
going.
it.
Keep going.
Wouldn't seem like 25
Yeah.
years, but I'll buy it.
We're celebrating the QR code, the anniversary of the QR code. So if you come out here every Thursday night, we're going to have a QR code for you. And you're going to be able to scan that QR code and register to win a pair of tickets to the Iron Bowl this year in Auburn, Alabama and Auburn, playing football down there. November 11th,
It's the old Iron Bowl.
we'll end up giving out those tickets. So you can register when you come in person. It's the only place you can do it, wherever we are. We don't know where we are next Thursday night. We're going to find out ourselves on Monday. And then we're going to let you guys know in the show. And then you come out, you scan that QR code, you have a Bud Light, you have a Michelob Ultra, or any of the other great beverages from Adams Beverage, and have a good time with us. And then you can do this, QR code for Sunday ticket. And every week they're giving out a handful of these in the different regions around the country. And, you know, that's hundreds of dollars worth of value right here. So you can watch your favorite NFL team.
And cancel Spectrum.
Well, if you want ESPN, you got to. Bobby says, Little T thought, can we get Jim to record his drive home at 2 a.m.? That would be amazing content. Can't tell you how many times I hear her say, oh, that would be amazing content.
Yeah, always.
Sadly, does anybody else, when they're driving by themselves, talk to themselves? Anybody else? Or is
not
that
usually.
a show? Is that a show by itself?
I'll sing.
Yeah,
I'll
hum a
sing.
tune.
I like to
Yeah.
roll all the windows down. And
I do too,
like,
Little
I do
T.
that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I will do, and Brown's heard this before. Like if a song ends that I liked and it's going
This
to
is
a
the
new
weirdest
song,
thing.
I will become a DJ.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Okay.
I'm like, hey, nonstop music now, 93.7 The Beach as we continue
Okay.
on. A little.
I thought you meant
Zach
DJ
Bryan.
like
No,
I
no,
thought you were
no.
like,
No, like a
Mixing
disc jockey, the old school disc jockey. You don't like Chris Stapleton?
I don't love him. No,
That's
I'm
wild.
in a Zach Bryan and
Well, I
that-
know.
oh, we know, and chicken fry.
Yeah, I'm in that mad young Oklahoma and Midwestern
Gotcha.
phase. Yeah.
Oh, brie chicken fry.
Brie chicken fry.
All right, EG, first full show. What do you think?
it was great.
You staying with us?
Yeah, I'm staying.
All
Don't
right.
worry, I'm not
Week
leaving.
Week two coming up for
Buckle
EG.
up.
Buckle
Yeah.
up.
Buckle up.
Yeah, we got
Could be the name of your podcast.
buckle up.
up.
Yeah. I don't remember the first full show Little T did with us. Do you remember the first full show you did?
Was it here?
There was one
No.
here, but I thought she had done a full show before. Well, I think
don't
I think we
remember.
threw you in kind of like we did with EG here. We just we were a chair short and we're like, all right, Little T, sit down.
I did something in the studio. I can't remember, but it was like I talked about Auburn. I talked about Smoke Monday. I think that was my
Smoke
first time.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Because you had a
remember.
class with Smoke Monday, right, or something,
Oh no, he was my favorite Auburn player.
right?
I loved him. And then one of my roommates, Sydney Reed's niece, one of her friends from Montgomery was on the football team and was like, can you please get Smoke Monday? It was my birthday. And he was like, can you please get Smoke Monday to like just make a video and tell her happy birthday? She'll freak out. So it was, I think, senior year. And we were sitting on the couch, hanging out. they started airplaying something on TV and it was Smoke Money. I have it. I'll tweet it after this. And
Okay.
I still have it saved on my phone, but he told me happy birthday. I don't know. I just liked him. I liked his personality.
Yeah,
And
what a great name for y'all's podcast. You could release it every Monday. Smoke
Smoke
Monday.
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 I like it. Smoke.
Dunaway is the king to come up with a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, what are they going to talk about that on, John?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. I got a
Cool
name.
name.
Mondays.
You got
Smoke Monday.
I would name a dog.
Smoke.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
All
You have
right.
a dog named Smoke?
No, I
No,
would
she would
name
name
a
it,
dog.
yeah.
I have a
Oh,
dog
that-
named Girly.
That
All
would be
right.
a,
Todd.
Smoke would be a good
It would.
dog name. Smoke.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks to Lance for joining us from the wedding in Pensacola, for Dunaway, for Little T, for EG, Rockstar, Lunsford, everybody involved with the next round. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Thank you to Top Golf. Come out here to Top Golf. Great spot downtown Birmingham. Fun place. The weather's about to cool off. It is awesome. Like in September and October out here when you stand in those bays, it feel that cool fall air in the state of Alabama. It feels so good out there. Am I selling it or am I selling it?
Paint the
You're selling
picture.
it.
Yeah, paint that picture, baby. Bud Light game night. We appreciate you joining us. See you tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock on the next round.